Welcome back, guys, to our Dad Awesome small groups. This is session 5. So we're hitting session 5 today, and I've got a quick favor to ask you guys before we get going, and you're not going to actually fill it out right now, but I'd love your feedback. dadawesome.org/feedback is something that I'm working towards before we hit episode 100. So in mid-December here, we're going to hit episode 100. I'm working and asking the favor from everyone a part of all things Dad Awesome to give some feedback. Take about 5 minutes. So thanks for just taking some time to fill that out at some point tonight, tomorrow, this week, before we hit the month of December. So dadawesome.org/feedback. Today, we're hitting the fourth fruit of the Spirit. We're talking about patience today. And here's the deal. Culture, the world we live in, love, joy, and peace. Culture's good with, the world is good with those three values. They're like, yes, those are attributes that we can be like, yeah, I respect that. Go after those fruits of the Spirit. But today's theme, as we talk about patience, this is a tough one because the world says, man, let's not wait. Let's have it now. Let's instant gratification. The world is actually not about supporting the theme of patience, but in the Bible, man, patience is huge. And here's the Google definition of patience. It says the capacity to accept or tolerate delay, trouble, or suffering without getting angry or upset. So the Google definition is this idea of delay, and we have to be able to approach it in a calm way without getting angry or upset, right? Well, I'm actually going to take that definition, and my prayer is that I could emphasize and elevate our definition, our biblical definition for patience today, this fruit of the Spirit. And I actually see patience being dad power. So there's great power in us as dads walking in patience. Okay, and here's what it is. It's not a pause and do nothing. Patience is not don't do anything, just pause on life and do nothing. It's not that at all. In fact, patience is a critical muscle. It's a muscle that brings massive power to our parenting. So to kick it off, here are the two angles on patience today. And my hope here is just a spark. I want to spark you guys' conversation, your discussions today in your groups. I believe that patience equals power. And then secondly, I believe that patience equals love. Let me say that again. Patience equals power and patience equals love. So here we go. The first half of what I want to cover and what I want to tee you guys up with is patience is power. Colossians 1 verse 11 says, being strengthened with all power according to his glorious might, so that you may have great endurance and patience. So strength is the right word here. The Apostle Paul, he prayed for the church. He prayed that they would be strengthened with all power according to his glorious might for all endurance and patience. Again, that's Colossians 1:11. So patience is actually the evidence of an inner strength. Okay, that's what patience is actually an inner strength. It's a muscle at work. Impatient people are weak. Impatient people are weak. They're dependent on external circumstances like schedules that go just right or circumstances that support their hopes. And really, impatience reveals that our hearts are fragile, that we actually don't have an inner strength, that we can't handle when circumstances hit us. Okay, patient people, they have an inner strength. Patience demands tremendous internal strength. Okay, for Christians, this is why Paul in Colossians, he's praying, he's asking God to empower us with patient endurance. Christian life, it requires a deep level of patience. So that's the first thing. Patience is power. Patience is power. It's not something that's weakness. It's not a staying still. It's a strength from an internal steadiness. The second half of patience that I want to talk about today, the Apostle Paul, when he was asked about love, Here's what he said. Agape is the root word for love here. And the first thing that came out of the Apostle Paul's mouth was love is patient. It's the first description of love. That's 1 Corinthians 13:4. So patience, it's the fruit of the Spirit. We're talking about the fruit of the Spirit here. Patience is a fruit of the Spirit. Impatience is the fruit of selfishness. Okay? And selfishness, it's actually an ugly, accurate description of our fallen, sinful world, okay? That's what, we live in a selfish world. Everything is about, it's about our deprived, sinful nature. Selfishness is what's driving us, and patience is actually the evidence of the opposite. It's actually the evidence of deep love. Selfishness is the enemy of love. Selfishness seeks its own private happiness at the expense of others. Love seeks its happiness in the happiness of our Heavenly Father. in serving others. So these two sides, again, patience is power and patience is love. And I actually have 9 other Bible verses on the theme of patience, but instead of me rattling through all of them for you guys now, I actually want you to, they're in your notes, so as you guys get into your conversation, I want you to cover those. But let's go big picture one more time. As we looked at the fruit of the Spirit, love, joy, peace, patience. This fourth one is one that our kids are watching. Our spouse, if you're married, your wife is watching, your friends, your coworkers. It is a noticeable fruit of the Spirit that people are like, something, that man carries himself with a different level of strength and love, and it's shown in how we respond to our circumstances. So patience is today's conversation. Excited for you guys to go in a little deeper on this. Have a great conversation.